actually Conan's podcast is one of the podcasts I go back to quite a bit. If I'm not like in learning mode, I just want to like, have some entertainment and relax and stuff. Conan's is one of my favorites. And he was interviewing, he's had Dana Carvey on a bunch of times because they always get along. But they talk about
the GOAT.
Yeah,
Dana's the GOAT.
They talk about the impressions, and I'm curious to hear kind of your thoughts on this. They talk about impressions, and the way that Dana talks about impressions is he's always doing almost like an impression of the impression, like a caricature of the impression that's like more wild than what the person actually is. What do you feel about that? Is that what you try to do as well? Or are you trying to go on the nose?
I actually have to be really careful.
Okay.
Because it is so, and I'll give you like a perfect example. Like, doing Austin Powers, baby. Yeah. I have to be really careful that I'm not doing someone else's, like it becomes too cartoon, because it's a cartoon to begin with.
Sure.
With Trump specifically, since there's so many people doing Trump, every time I go on, I have a clip on my phone. It doesn't matter how many people I'm performing in front of, 25 or 2,500. I listen to that clip. It's a specific clip that I have that covers everything about him. Because it's very easy in any job to just kind of go on autopilot. And it's like, no. I have to go back to the source. I have to go back to the source. I have to go back to the source. I know what he is talking about because I do that with Dr. Phil. I like a bigger Dr. Phil than the real Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how flat you make a pancake, it's got two sides. Okay. Okay. You can put a kimono on a squirrel, but it still won't speak Japanese. Okay. So him, I choose it for him. I'm very judicious about who's the overblown one, but that is his style. And people get, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. And that goes back to the church lady. And then he has been in this so long. And people, the guy is beloved. Every comedian I know and impersonator, impression, they love Dana Carvey because he himself is just plainly funny. And then he has a certain take on his characters. And that's what's great. And also, Daryl Hammond, who I think is a really incredible and got screwed by SNL without the whole Alec Baldwin thing. If you watch his impressions, and you remember Phil Hartman was doing his, Bill Clinton. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. When Daryl came in, he amped up the sex, and I was like, good choice. That's a good choice. He made him a little more lecherous. And everything. And it was just, he didn't go bizarre, but it was just, he had to differentiate himself from Phil Hartman, but I was just like, damn. And if you look, even his Trump, he differentiates it. He adds this other layer to it. I really feel he's an incredible, just an incredible, I hate the word impressionist for someone. He's a great actor doing those characters. Which I because sometimes I hate the word impressionist, but he really takes it, makes it his own. And I think that's what really good impressionists do. And Dana has made that choice. I'm taking this and I'm making it my own.
Yeah, right. Where he singles in on a specific aspect of their character and then decides to make that aspect everything about them. Right. Like what you're saying with this guy that does Bill Clinton is just like, let's do the sexual, let's take that one piece, but make it in him in every context. Right. And that's what almost makes it funny.
Kind of weaves, weaves in. And it is kind of like an acting thing. You choose that one thing in their personality, and that's going to be throughout the entire performance, whatever scene. That's like your underlying part of